On today's video, I'll be making a tablet bag. I have this tablet here and I'm going to show you just basically how I measured it. Basically put the tape measure around the tablet. This one measures 19 3/4 this way, and then you go on the opposite side and you measure this. This is 12 1/2. Let's go over to the fabric that I already cut. These two pieces are my outside pieces for the bag, and the measurement for these pieces are 21 by 12. Then I go ahead and cut this fusible padding 21 by 12. I cut two of them, and this is to be ironed onto the wrong side of the outer pieces. I also cut my lining and interfacing pieces. There are 4 pieces here that I cut and 4 interfacing, and the measurement for these are 20 by 12. Next, I went ahead and I cut these 2 pieces for my outside pocket. The measurement for these 2 pieces are 9 by 12. I have 3 zippers that I'm going to be using. This is a 3 pocket bag. Next, I cut these straps. The length for this strap is 42 by 2 1/2. And the length for this one is 42 by 1 1/2. I also have these tabs, and this tab here is only 1 piece. 1 piece fabric and 1 piece interfacing. The measurement for these are 10 by 2 1/2. And also, along with all these, I have these buckles here that I'm going to be using with my strap. These 2 trigger hooks and these 4 D-rings are what I'm going to be putting on my bag. Okay, so now we have all our interfacing and the batting onto the different pieces. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be working on is our outside pocket. You can go ahead and crease this in half. I'm just going to find the center. Okay, after we find our center line, which is this line right here, I'm just going to highlight it a bit so I can see clearly. Okay, after that we're going to grab our tape measure and we're going to measure down 2 inches, and you mark. Once you finish with that, you're going to give it a straight line across. From this straight line, we're going to measure up 1/4 inch, and we're going to measure another 1/4 inch below this line. So when we're finished, we should have 3 lines. What we're going to do, we're going to measure in 1 inch on this end and 1 inch on that end. And when you find your inch, you're going to join all 3 lines with that 1 line. From this line, we're going to measure in 3/8 of an inch. So you're going to take your tape measure and you're going to go in 3/8, and you're going to make a knot. Sorry, 3/8, and you're going to make a dot. Sorry. Right? And you do the same thing over here. And you make your dot clearly so you can see it. Alright, from this middle dot, and remember the dot would be on the middle line. Just once you do things like this, at least it's a way of guiding you. So you draw a line from the dot straight to the corner. And that's it basically. Next, we're going to put our fabric down. This one that we mark, we're going to put it down. Make sure that these lines, the center line on that one and the center line on this one, make sure they are lined up together. Next, we're going to measure down from the top of this. We're going to measure down 2 inches, and we're going to make sure that this is at the 2 inches mark. This top piece is at the 2 inches mark. Alright, and once you're done with that and you're satisfied, you go ahead and you pin both of them together just to hold them in place. So basically we're going to just stitch around the box. We're going to stitch around here, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back here. This is what I've done. Finish stitching. Make an opening from this point to that point, and you're going to do that carefully. Right, this is the opening here we did. Remember these lines, we're going to take the scissors and we're just going to cut down on these lines. And when you reach the corner, be careful not to get too close, so you clip the thread. If you have a smaller scissors, use it. And then we're going to turn this inside out. You can pin these, once you have it turned over, you can just pin these down, and then you can press. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a press so it lays down nice and flat. And now this is pressed and laid down flat. I'm going to get my zipper, and this is the zipper I'm going to be using in this front pocket. Okay, we're at the machine and I'm going to be stitching the zipper in. So I'm going to be making sure I have the full length of the zip this way. That is, I'm satisfied. You can also pin this in place just to make sure that it's correct. Now I pin this just up to this point, and then my zipper head is right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this, bring down the zipper head a bit, turn this over, and I'm going to fold this over like that, and then I'm going to stitch down here. Make sure that your zip ends are together in a way that when you stitch, it catches underneath. Okay, and with that I'm happy. So I'm finished putting my zipper in. This is it right here. Take this and bring it up to meet that end. Yep, once you have that lined up correctly, you're going to go over and you're going to stitch all the way around. Okay, and that's our first pocket, and this pocket is on the outside of the bag. As you can see, this zipper is much longer than the width of the bag, but that's okay. Just make sure that this is the top of the zipper. Just make sure that you turn it this way. Then you get one of the lining pieces, and with right sides together, sandwich the zipper inside of this lining and the front of the bag. And once you have it lined up the way it's supposed to be, then you can pin. Yeah, and once you finish pinning that, we're going to go over to the machine and we're going to stitch this straight across. Yeah, that's my zipper in. And then we're going to give this a top stitch right on the outside on the lining. We're going to turn this over, make sure the right side is facing you. We're going to grab the other half of our bag, and we're going to put right sides together down. And you can pin that just to hold it there. Then we're going to get the other piece of lining, the other lining half. And then we're going to right sides together as well. We're going to place this on top of that and pin it straight across the zipper. And you're going to give a stitch all the way around here. We're going to give a top stitch right across. Make sure to move this under bit out of the way. Okay, now we're going to take this end of the bag, and we're now ready to put the other zipper in. I'm going to be using this navy blue one. So as I said before, this is the top of the zipper. We're going to just turn it over like this, because we're going to get our other lining. And with this lining, exactly what we're doing here is what we did on this side. We're going to have the right side and the right side facing each other, and you're going to line it up at the top where the zip is. And as we did on the other side, we're going to go ahead and stitch all the way across the zipper. We're just going to give a top stitch on this side all the way across. We're going to take this end, the short side, and we're going to place it at the top of this zipper. I'm going to pin this, and with right sides together, this and that, we're going to pin this with the zipper in the middle. And once that's pinned in place, you're going to go ahead and stitch it all the way across. Everything stitched in here. We're going to stitch all the way across, a small top stitch as we did on this line. Make sure this is the only thing you stitch. Yep, and that's done right here. This is my last zipper. Machine now, and we're going to be stitching across each one of these. Next, we're going to be making the strap. Alright, we finish stitching one side, so it's like this. Then we're going to take this other side and we're going to stitch all the way down the full length of these two pieces. Now I'm finished stitching both sides together. Turn it inside out. Okay, I'm back from the ironing board, and this is what we have here. I'm gonna go and give this a top stitch. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you how I'll be doing this bag strap. I went ahead and just stitched this. I just put this across here and just stitch it down. That's easy to know. Then obviously I have it, make sure and have it this way with this solid. And I decided to put a slider just in case if I want to adjust the straps when I'm wearing it. So let me take this out and then I'll show you. Alright, so I went ahead and put the slider in. This is what they call a slider. This one. So I put that in here like that. Then I take this end and with this middle bit back that way, I take this end and I push it there, but not all the way. This is what it looks like here. Alright, we're going to take this and we're going to put it this way and pull it forward. And with this end, remember how we had this open? We're going to take this end, making sure this middle bit is on that side, and you're going to put this in this end. You're going to put this through here, come this way. It looks complicated, but it's not. Oh dear. Okay, so you have this at this end. Then you're going to make sure this bar come back over onto the opposite side, and you push this onto that end. And this piece that you pull through, is going to be stitched onto this piece. Now we're at the machine, we're just going to give it a nice strong stitch. Okay, and this is it. Then I'm going to pull it through so you can see what it looks like. Now we're ready to close our bag up. We're going to make sure and pin everything together, but first, where the zips are, we're going to make sure, the best thing to do with your zipper is make sure this zipper bit is facing onto the fabric and not the lining. Okay? You do the same thing on all the sides. So make sure all your zips are open. Then you're going to go ahead and pin the rest of the bag around. Leave about 6 inches open, so when you're finished you'll have enough space to turn the bag out inside out. Okay, now I'm finished stitching around the whole bag. I'm gonna the excess zipper we have on each end, we're just gonna cut that off. After you clip the corners, we're going to be turning this inside out. We turn this bit in and then we're going to stitch across. if you have a label that you want to put in your bag, this is the time to put it in before you close your bag up. Alright, so that's that done. Right, we're going to be turning, we're going to be pushing our lining in the bag, and at this end here of the zipper we're going to push that out so you have a nice clean end right here, and clip all the unnecessary threads that's left. Alright, okay, now that I'm back, I finished pressing it out. I'm going to close the bag down there now. Right, so this is the full length of the bag. It's going to be folded in half. The strap that we made, and we're going to clip it onto these D-rings. Yeah, I have my tablet here, and this, as you can see, this can fit in this and still have a lot of room. I can put it in this compartment here. I can put my tablet in that compartment, and I can still put other things right here. See? And also, that's only one side. This bag, at least, it can be worn on two sides. This is one side. If you like, when you're making this bag, you can make one side this one color and the opposite side another color. So I can turn this like that, and then I can do it like this, because we have the zipper on this side. We can just use it like this. Yeah, and you have your bag.